The arrest of MORARA KEBASO, a fight against corruption. Welcome back to our channel. Today we are discussing a shocking development in Kenya, a story that highlights the ongoing struggle against corruption and the bravery of those who dare to speak about it. Senior lawyer and political activist MORARA KEBASO has been arrested by the DCI after exposing stalled government projects and alleged lies by President William Ruto. This is not just a legal battle, it's a fight for the soul of democracy in Kenya. First, let us talk about MORARA KEBASO. A senior lawyer by profession, KEBASO has earned respect across the nation for his unwavering commitment to justice and accountability. He comes from a lineage of activism. His grandfather was killed by the government for exposing corrupt officials. This history drives him to continue the fight for truth, often putting his life on the line. KEBASO is not just a lawyer, he is a political activist, loved by many. He travels across the country educating citizens about their rights and the importance of civil engagement. His message resonates with those frustrated by government inaction and corruption. Recently, KEBASO brought to light several government projects that have been stalled despite claims of progress from President William Ruto. These projects are critical for development and the well-being of many Kenyans, and their stagnation raises serious questions about accountability. Let us break down some of these particular projects. There is a lot of roads that President William Ruto have been telling people, oh, we are doing this and this and this, Sijui Keno Marua Road. A lot of those particular projects, they have stalled. What do they mean for the economy? For ordinary citizens, KEBASO's revelations underscore the disparity between government promises and the reality on the ground. His courage to expose the discrepancy has made him a target. Following his expose, KEBASO accused President Ruto of lying to the public, and this is where things took a dark turn. MORARA KEBASO yesterday was arrested under dubious circumstances. Eyewitnesses report that DCI officers took him into custody during a public forum where he was speaking about government accountability. The timing raises alarms. Was this arrest politically motivated? Since his arrest, there have been growing concerns about his safety. Activists fear he could be tortured to silence him. His supporters have rallied, calling for his immediate release and expressing worries that his fate might mirror that of his great-grandfather. The public reaction to KEBASO's arrest has been swift and vocal. Social media platforms are abuzz with hashtags calling for justice and freedom. For KEBASO, civil rights groups and political activists are mobilizing, fearing that this could set a dangerous precedent for anyone daring to speak against the government. This incident raises broader questions about the current political climate in Kenya. Is dissent being criminalized? How does this impact the future of civil liberties in the country? In light of these events, what can we do to support MORARA KEBASO and we fight against corruption? Awareness is the key. Support organizations advocating for human rights and freedom of expressions in Kenya. Every voice counts. Thank you for joining us. We discuss this critical issue. MORARA KEBASO's courage inspires many, and we must stand together to support him and uphold the values of transparency and accountability. MORARA KEBASO have been arrested after exposing government, those particular things that the government don't want people to know about them. This is his story. It is such a very sad situation. See the government behaving in this particular manner, because when you look back, MORARA KEBASO was the best activist we ever had, especially right here in Kenya. I don't know why it is happening in this particular manner. I feel so sorry, I feel so frustrated about that, because it's not just okay. How can the government not be able to handle the critics very well? If you are criticized because of your bad behavior, because you have not been performing, especially the president, you are being criticized because of those particular stalled projects here in the country. You promised the people that you would be doing this whole amount of projects, but till now there is no single project that you have ever launched that is landing. Whatever you launched was hot air. It was just a wild goose chase, and what you keep doing is just running from one country to another. I need to say this: MORARA KEBASO should be released with immediate effect. It is not a matter of bargaining this and bargaining that. No. In this particular era, in this particular time, we are tired of this particular nonsense, because how can we keep on one particular same thing, doing the same thing at the same time over and over again? It is quite disheartening seeing this happening to some of our favorite loyalties to Kenyans, because I don't think there is someone who is so loyal to Kenya the way MORARA KEBASO is. Just an activist. I don't know what's the problem with anyone who comes out and becomes an activist. He is being arrested because of telling the truth. Look at the likes of Boniface Mwangi. Boniface Mwangi was arrested the other day, was made to disappear, but you know what? We definitely came out, and God is great that he is back and he is in alive. And also, we don't want this particular whole drama of DCI doing this and this and this, because DCI, instead of going to arrest criminals, so you are not arresting those corrupt bosses. You are just, hovering around the streets, looking for those particular good guys, good citizens who are taking care of our country. DCI, you have terribly failed this particular time. I'm going to tell you this straight on your face, because I don't see the urge of you just doing what you are doing. It is not okay. It is not right. You can do better. Definitely, you can do better, and you can do good. There is no any need of you just coming out doing that to MORARA KEBASO. That is quite inhumane. You could have done much greater. You could have done quite, a different type of job. Because look at what MORARA KEBASO had exposed before his arrest. He was just saying about, those particular the bad criminals that the government or the Republic of Kenya have been doing. And it's quite a sad situation, because they definitely arrested him for saying that. He exposed that particular guy who was sodomized in Mombasa County. And it is quite a sad situation, because the sodomizers of that particular dude have never been arrested till today. So I don't see any need, I don't see any urge for us to keep on bargaining this and this. The bad thing about the government and these particular corrupt DCI officials is they are still being elected by those particular top government officials. I'm talking about the Minister of Interior, that is Kithure Kindiki, and the President. Those are the top people who control the DCI, the security team, and everything. So I can definitely say they are only elected by those particular two people. And I can definitely say this: Kithure Kindiki, I don't know what you pretend yourself to be. I don't know what Professor Kithure Kindiki pretends all this particular time to be, because he is just a corrupt nigger. He keeps on pretending how he is so, he is so good with that particular voice, sounding like a whisperer, a fake whisperer. But he is a pathetic dude. Sometimes he does a lot of good work, but a lot of time he messes this particular country big time. When it comes, he doesn't arrest criminals. He releases criminals. What he does is arresting those particular people who are loyal to our country, good citizenship. And I don't see, it is quite disheartening to keep saying this and to keep seeing this happening to our country. Once MORARA KEBASO started this particular campaign, he was being, being tamed right, left, and center after doing that particular big, famous Citizen TV interview. MORARA KEBASO from that particular day was being followed by DCI. He was being followed. We don't know the reason behind that. The other day was when he was coming from Kirinyaga. Is it Kirinyaga or Embu? From Embu. He had, I can't definitely say a major accident. It was not a minor one because it was planned. And that particular dude who caused the accident was definitely, it is quite sad to see this, that particular same dude was in the same, lorry where MORARA KEBASO was, wearing the same shirt and wearing the same cap. It's quite a sad situation. And the car was involved in an accident. Not a normal accident, but a planned accident. They had planned for MORARA KEBASO, that is the government. The government had planned this. When the car crashes, those particular people who will be involved in that particular incident will be in a terrible situation whereby they will be killed using something, putting on their nose. The same thing that they did to Bishop Mwananzeki was done, the same assassination through road accident. MORARA's great-grandfather, MORARA grandfather, that is Guka, was involved in the same thing. I don't know what's happening in our country, what keeps happening on this, but to be honest, it is not good, it is not real, it is not okay, and we are not happy for it. I tend to think that we can do better. We can do good. This is not the best, but this is the worst in fact. We have not been expecting this from the government at all this particular time. We were like, oh my God. So the government cannot go for the corrupt bosses, cannot go for the corrupt governors here in Kenya, but can very terribly run to MORARA KEBASO, a senior counsel whose work is just to educate and educate the people and tell them, be civilized. Here you are being lied and exposing the stalled projects, fake projects that they were launched in this particular country. And you know what? The Andani deal is just a deal breaker. That things, I don't know, there is a lot of dramas going on in this particular country just to hide that particular Andani company deal. Left, right, and center. I don't know what they are planning about it, but let me tell you, Andani group of companies is one of the most corrupt company in the world. It is from India, but let me tell you, the Andani group is the second richest in the world. So tell me, a company from nowhere, it was never even seen
uh, 10 years ago or 5 years ago comes all of a sudden, to take over to being number 2, the top richest company in the world. How is it possible? It is not possible. Let me give you a short, simple scenario of what happens. Adani Group is a group made of, particular different politicians from India. So, all government in India gives, let me say, 78 to 80% of tenders to Adani Group. So Adani Group took over India's, all top airports when they were performing excellent, when they were performing better. But let me tell you, within a short period of 2 years, India's airport, from becoming, the best airports in the world, just dropped, not to be seen even at the top 100 airports. I'm talking about Mumbai International Airport, Jakarta International Airport, Hyderabad International Airport. All of those, there are so many big airports in India, but let me tell you, they collapsed. The services in the planes are not good anymore. India had the power to make it to the top richest countries in the world, but it keeps having the potential, but the corrupt bosses in the government cannot make it stay at that particular part. I don't see the need of them just harassing MORARA KEBASO. There's no any need. Why should you keep on harassing one particular person so that you can be seen as a hero, so that you can be seen as as a great person? Hey, you have done this, you are so excellent. I don't see the need. What they need just to do, just to release MORARA KEBASO. He is just, taking citizens through civic education. He is just educating people, telling them, you know what, doing this is not okay, doing this and this, you are being right, and telling them you should say no to corrupt bosses, so that when it comes to 2027, it's going to be hot. Let me tell and explain this. There is a lot of diversity in different, arenas here in Kenya. But let me tell you, there is a lot of deals that are being hidden from this airport deal. And many people just ask themselves, why is Jomo Kenyatta International Airport of late has come to attention of many people? Why is the government officials interested in this JKIA deal? Here is the answer. When you want to enter any particular country, the only safest way to enter your goods, to transfer your products, to do business is through airlines. So, taking charge of an airport is taking over a lot of businesses. And I'm not saying about, crane businesses. I'm talking about data businesses. Because, can you try and explain to me, how are you, trying as hard as you can to take over this particular airport? It's not a normal thing. In fact, it has not been seen for those particular days. It is being seen right now. So, what's wrong in this particular whole shenanigans? Why are they hiding this from us? Because they don't want the public to know this. What they should do is just very, very simple. I'm saying it's just very, very simple. Just come out and bring Morara Kebaso to the people, because I don't see any mistake Morara Kebaso has done. Mind you, telling you this is long and this is light, does that make it look like you are cheating people or you are doing alone being in the country? I don't know. By the way, it is not okay, it is not right, but they should release this particular guy with immediate effect, instead of doing all these particular whole dramas left, right and center. I don't care what they are doing, but let me tell you, hii nao kitawaramba, hii kitawaramba mbaya sana. You know what, it has been a very candid discussion. My good name is Anthony Jenga, and this is Eve Media Kenya, the #1 online TV. Remember to like, subscribe and share. Until the next one, guys, it's a bye for now.
If you found this video informative, please like, subscribe and share your thoughts in the comments below. Let us keep the conversation growing. Stay informed, stay engaged, and we will see you in the next video. My good name is Anthony Chenga, and this is Eve Media Kenya, the #1 online TV. Remember to like, subscribe and share. Until the next one, guys, it's a bye for now. Peace.